thanks Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video. We all know that butter and steaks were made for each other, and I have done some insane experiments with butter and steak. I mean, I used the most expensive butter in the world, and that was insane. I've even dry aged some steaks on butter. That was just an amazing experience. And today is gonna be no different, because I'm using one of the rarest butter I've ever seen in my life. And I'm talking about this, Moroccan fermented butter. Now I'm doing this experiment for one reason. One of my Michelin star chefs told me that this is amazing. Now the smell of this butter, it's unlike anything I've ever smelled before. It has a wonderful smell of butter combined with a nice creamy cheese, if that makes any sense at all. Now it is said that this butter is also clarified, but if that's the case, you can see that there's still a little bit of solids, and it is all because it was fermented. I mean, this is something I've never seen or heard before, so I had to go ahead and try it out on some bread. So after spreading it out, I went in for a bite. Now that was an experience on its own. It is a strong butter, it does taste fermented, but most importantly, it is extremely creamy, and I cannot wait to find out how it's gonna taste on some steaks. Talking about that, these are the ones I chose for today's experiment. As you know, filet mignon does not have a lot of fat, so adding butter to it is just perfect. Now to season these steaks, I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Like always, it is important to season the board whenever you're seasoning filet mignon. So after seasoning it both sides, I went ahead and rolled the edges right on top, ensuring that every single edge of these steaks were perfectly seasoned. Now since I have 3 steaks, this is how this experiment is gonna go down. The very first one, I'm gonna be applying this wonderful butter right now. I made sure to cover the whole steak with it, not only the top but also the edges. Once that was done, I went ahead, bagged it up, vacuum sealed it, and it was ready. Now the other 2 steaks on the other hand, one is gonna be the control. That one I'm not gonna be doing anything right now. That's because I'll be putting regular butter whenever I'm searing the steak. The second steak on the other hand, I'm gonna be using the fermented butter. And of course, putting a nice little sear on it to see how it's gonna turn out, because I really cannot wait to find out how they're gonna taste on some steaks. However, if you think that these filet mignon are gonna be enough for 3 big guys, no way. And for today, I decided to make this incredible side dish. Take a look. Now, I don't know about you, this looks extremely interesting to me. But not only that, it's something I've never seen or tasted before in my life. And I'm wondering how it's gonna turn out, as it is called tiger skin eggs. Now let me show you how it was made. The first thing we need is some boiled eggs. To do that, you just gotta cook them under boiling water for 10 minutes. Peel them up and they are ready. Now the next step is to go ahead and cut some slits right on the egg whites. You don't want it to go all the way through, but if you skip this step, your eggs can explode. So once that was done, I threw them in the pan to deep fry them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The key here is to keep moving. Now I made sure that my eggs were completely dry before throwing them in the oil. If not, you're just gonna have a huge splatter hazard. And that's the last thing we want. Because once I got a nice golden brown crust on the eggs, this is what they look like. I mean, I've never seen boiled eggs like this before. It is extremely interesting to me. But hey, we are only halfway there. So after taking out most of the oil from the pan, I threw my eggs back in, followed by low sodium soy sauce, dark soy sauce, a good amount of oyster sauce, followed by brown sugar, red jalapenos, and a tiny bit of green onions. Mix everything well and cook it under medium-low heat. Once everything has been combined, go ahead and add a whole bottle of beer. Choose the one that you like to drink. It doesn't really matter. Now this step is really unnecessary, but if you want a nice presentation and an incredible color, throw in some red food coloring. Mix everything well because the color will change immediately. As now you want to let everything simmer under medium heat. You see, we want to reduce all of this liquid until it becomes a sauce. Keep reducing it until you are happy with the thickness, because once you are done, your tiger eggs is almost ready. To finish them off, first a good amount of sushi rice followed by some sriracha and green onions. Then the egg will be placed right on top. Now there's one thing you cannot forget, that is the sauce that is left on the pan, because you are able to go ahead and pour it right on top of those eggs. Now I don't know how this is gonna taste, but I can tell you one thing, it looks incredible. And since I'm a huge egg lover, I cannot wait to find out how it's gonna taste. Because now that I have all of my steaks ready, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. For that, I'll be doing it sous vide at 129 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. And I cannot wait to find out how the fermented butter is gonna taste.
I'll be 100% honest, those eggs looks extremely appetizing to me. Even though they're red, kind of weird, I have no idea what they taste like, but I'm super excited. At the same time, trying something new for the very first time just gets my blood pumping, everybody. I have no idea what this butter is gonna taste like with some steaks. With all that being said, the steaks are ready, we are hungry, and it is time to take them out. Let's do it. man, as soon as you take these steaks out of the bag, they feel like jello. But as always, it needs a crust because it doesn't look that appetizing right now. My flamethrower will definitely get the job done quick because I know my steaks don't look that good right now. Watch this. Does that look good or what? You let me know. And before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, AG1 by Athletic Greens. So there are two things I do in the morning to make sure that I have a very productive day. I exercise and I drink my AG1. And that's the perfect combination for me because drinking AG1 right after my workouts helps me maintain my energy and focus throughout the day. And I'm also able to recover quicker from my workouts. And that's because AG1 has a natural form of B12, biotin, bioavailable folate for my sustained energy. And it's packed with superfoods and adaptogens, including magnesium, which helps with muscle recovery. You see this drink I'm having right now? It has 75 different ingredients, including vitamins, minerals, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens. It also has natural occurring enzymes that bolster the digestive process, support my metabolism, and enhances nutrient absorption. In addition, it has important hard-to-find ingredients and high level of antioxidants that support immunity. It is vegan, paleo, and keto friendly. AG1 is for anyone that is looking to get a little healthier. So get your greens and improve your health. Go to athleticgreens.com/SousVide everything to get started on your order. Athletic Greens is going to give my community a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Thanks Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful feast today, gentlemen. Are you guys hungry?
I feel like my mouth is gonna be on fire.
Yeah, I'm hungry and also a little nervous because I don't know what this is, but it looks like some bull testicles.
I think it looks like you just left it in some da bomb or something like that.
Hey, it might just be. Be careful, it is extremely spicy. I went all out on this one. So I want your honest opinion. We have 3 steaks. Let us know which one tastes better, what's the difference between them, and if any one of them is the best. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's begin. Let's go this direction right here. Grab it, guys. Let me know. Now, it is a filet mignon. I must say, it is extremely tender, everybody.
There are a few things in life that excite me more than a filet mignon sous vide.
There's nothing. That's my favorite.
I know it's Angel's favorite. Well, let's find out. Let me know how it tastes. Enough talking. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God. It's like eating jello, taste with meat and a wonderful texture in your mouth.
I love eating sous vide filet mignon.
Filet mignon in the sous vide is so different from filet mignon cooked on a grill.
Right.
When you actually make a sous vide, it's so even throughout. It actually feels softer, even though it's the same, it just has less of a gray band, but it's so much more like breakable, I guess.
Very good. Now, are we ready for the bull's testicles?
No.
I'm really excited. I'll be honest with you. This is visually extremely appealing to me. I have no idea what it would taste like, but I'm curious.
Oh, it's eggs.
How do you know it's eggs? Hey, you cut already. It was supposed to be a surprise.
You say bull testicle, I'm like, I'm not gonna eat the whole thing.
I was looking in this direction. You had this whole thing in your hand, and I just see Angel cut into it, and big ass yellow yolk come out.
I was expecting a bull testicle.
Angel already went for it, so yes, it is some eggs. Now these are called tiger skin eggs. Smells amazing.
It does smell really amazing, and it smells like there's a lot of spices going on here.
But it doesn't smell spicy.
It doesn't smell spicy, but it smells like there's a lot of spices.
Let's give this a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh. That's nice.
Tiger egg.
Wow, I'm a fan.
No tigers were harmed during the making of this video.
Very sweet. I wasn't expecting it to be like, again, I didn't know how it was gonna taste, but that sweetness that you get from it is surprisingly delightful. And I will say, the outside texture of the egg itself, it's like crunchy and chewy at the same time.
The texture is just insane.
Yeah.
Once you get past the skin, I guess you would call it, it kind of like snaps. Right?
Yeah.
I like it. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet.
Guys, you never had this, highly recommend. Now, the redness is just food coloring.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't change the flavor or anything like that. But if you don't do it with food coloring, then it's just gonna be like brown.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, so put the coloring, all right? Highly recommend. So the tiger eggs, success?
Success.
Success. We recommend it, everybody.
Hell yeah.
But now let's go back to this, yeah?
Okay.
Give me your honest opinion. Let's go right in the middle one. Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh, and a nice thick one.
Oh.
See, this is how you can tell sous vide cooks it perfectly. Without actually using a knife, it's already basically falling apart on me. Welcome to Sous Vide Everything, everybody, where your steak is always perfect every time. Let's go for it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Huh. A little different.
Yeah, it is different.
It's different, and I'm not quite sure I like it.
It doesn't taste as meaty.
Less flavorful?
A little bit less flavorful.
I agree with everything Angel said, and I want to add that it also tastes like less juicy.
Less juicy.
It tastes a little bit drier. I'm not sure what's going on, but it is less flavorful. It is less beefy. Overall, I think that the control steak that we just had is just a better steak than that one.
I actually agree with both of you. I don't appreciate this steak right here as much as the control one. It was better the control one, everybody.
Absolutely.
Very interesting. But now we're gonna go for our last one. Go for it, dig in. Please, let me know.
Ooh, another big piece.
Big piece, baby.
I don't want to mix them up.
We go big. Very last one. Cheers, everybody.
Número 3. Ooh, that's a lot better.
More flavor, more intense beefiness.
I think that the last steak that we just tried is actually the perfect balance of the control steak and the second steak that we tried. It still has that same great flavor that you get from a sous vide steak, but it does have still that textural element a little bit from the previous steak, from the second steak we tried.
I'm left with a wonderful taste in my mouth.
It feels like almost cheesy.
Like a fine cheese that you enjoyed it after a nice glass of wine and you have that wonderful taste in your mouth. Which one is your favorite, by the way?
For me, it has to be a tie. I like the control and I like this last one.
If I had to give it to one, I'm gonna give it to the control.
Wow, really interesting. Wow, I'm gonna go with the last one actually. That one tasted really nice. It's a wonderful flavor. It's actually a fermented butter, a very rare kind of butter. Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. And if you have a specific, different kind of butter in your country, let me know because we would love to try it. See you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.